Hello everyone, in today's video I'd like to talk about the commander set that has recently returned to PvP from 4th Age, and we obviously got a new reskin. I will put it up on screen for you to look at right now. Some people are kind of upset that it's just a reskin. Some people are upset that a legacy feature has just returned from 4th Age, so it's not really as unique and all. And some people are upset that basically the woman characters in the game, the females, actually cannot get this robe reasonably, unlike the males can. So you guys probably heard that and you're probably like, Liam, what the hell are you saying? Basically, the paid ways to get the commander set are only there for males and not for females. That is via the prestigious attire. I will put that up on screen so you know what I'm looking at. So, as you can see, the male wizard here has the actual commander set from 4th Age. However, the female set has something completely different. A lot of people find the female version a little bit ugly, and obviously it's not fair that the men can pay for the commander set and the woman can't. There's also another way that men can get their commander set, and that is by fishing in the Massive Fantasy Palace itself. I wouldn't recommend doing this, guys. I tried it and I didn't get any within hours of my time, but you can do it if you like that and if you like fishing in the game. Point is, TLDR, is that the men can get it by paying or by fishing and women can't. And I actually watched a TikTok or a YouTube short or a video, I think, and basically somebody made a video saying how it's super unreasonable to get the commander robe because they're basically a PvE player trying PvP, and I guess they were a girl and they wanted to get the new robe, right, because they like that robe. A lot of people do, right? It's a fan favorite, the commander robe. And they were like, dude, this is so unreasonable. Like, it was literally like they did the math and it's like a full-time job just to get the commander robe, which was actually really funny that somebody broke down the math. That's kind of what made me want to make this video, is because I feel like this is a thing that should probably be changed. And it's funny because I actually just kind of got some deja vu here, I guess. One of my friends from years ago actually made a complaint about this, and now it's resurfaced that the commander gear has returned. So just a little recap here: men can slave their life away at 5th Age PvP and work a full-time job to get the commander robe, or they can pay for it, or they can fish for it. However, women or female characters can only get it by slaving their life away and dedicating a full-time job worth of time to Wizard101 and PvP. This has been a problem for a while now, and I think I did actually talk to a dev about it because, again, it was my friend that said, you know, they thought it was really stupid and they wanted to get it, and it's a completely valid take, guys, at the end of the day, right? It's like, why does one gender gets the thing and the other one doesn't? It's just completely unfair. But yeah, that was like 2 years ago probably now. I told the devs about that, and it hasn't changed at all, which I find a little bit odd because I feel like as a business, if they just made that little change, it'd probably boost up their revenue in terms of who buys the, you know, Massive Fantasy Palace for like women and all, or even like in the crown shop, you can put it in the crown shop, or at the very least like make a fishing alternative just like it is for the men. I think it's only fair at the end of the day. I also think there's a second thing behind this. Is essentially the fact of the matter that PvP and the entire game again has kind of become a full-time job, and as a more casual player, which I assume this person is, and obviously somebody who said they don't really do a lot of PvP as well, they're not gonna want to invest all that time into PvP, and they're certainly not gonna have fun investing a lot of time into PvP. No offense to this person at all, but I'd honestly be really surprised and impressed if they actually do get the commander robe that they wanted, just as a new player starting PvP, making it all the way to the end, getting the robe. So I guess what I'm saying here is it's kind of unfair that one gender can get something and the other one can't. King's House should probably fix that. You know, it would only help them and boost their sales and revenue, of course. On the other hand, I'm also saying that you know, I do like that we have stuff to go for in PvP, right? I do like that I can get the commander boots now. As a guy, I like that for my stitches and all. I made a couple new stitches with it already, as you can see probably in the gameplay. So really happy I got something to do in PvP, but this does again correlate to a lot of the other things in the game, that everything is a full-time job now. Whether you're a casual or a PvP player, the time is just not respected by the player base, and we've made this clear over the years, right? You know, both casuals and, you know, PvP nerd heads like myself, right? But KingsIsle just does not want to seem to budge on this fact that they might be wrong in terms of the, you know, player time ratio, correlation, whatever that whole thing is that they, you know, like to measure for their stats and analytics. The person who made the short or the video quite literally broke the math down, and best case scenario, guys, right? Best case scenario, no losses if they went from 0 to 6,000 tickets. It would literally be clocking in just over 40 hours. That is literally a full-time job in a week just to get one robe. What if she wanted the robe? She had 7 maxes like I do, right, guys? That is 7 different times. You gotta work 7 full-time weeks on Wizard101. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you have a wife. Maybe you actually, you know, have a full-time job or whatever. You make a lot of money on the side, right? How the hell are you supposed to do that in a reasonable amount of time? I think this is part of the issue, right? Is they make things so grindy and so inaccessible to like the casual middle players. By the time they even get this piece of gear, which, by the way, respect to anybody who does, because it's absolutely insane and unreasonable to go for right now. But by the time you get that, there's probably going to be a new cosmetic out that they want to go for, and they're not going to actually want the one that they're going for anymore. And I believe that's what people mean when they say that, oh, Wiz updates too fast and all, because Wiz does not update too fast, right? In terms of PvE and the content, you know, like new worlds, side worlds, stuff like that, you know, dungeons, gauntlets, that stuff, PvP changes as well. That stuff is all extremely low. Like, the bar cannot be set lower for the updates. But stuff like this, like cosmetics and like the gear meta changing, that stuff changes way too often, unfortunately. So yeah, I think there is a lot of variables at play here, but I think the most important one, I would say, and the best one KingsIsle can do for themselves, is obviously, you know, make it so both, you know, genders can get this robe at a reasonable rate, right? Both should be able to get the robe in 3 different ways, since men can do it but women can't. And yeah, like I said, I think stuff is way too grindy in the game. I think almost everybody watching this video would agree with me on that. So yeah, that's everything I got for the video. I just figured I'd make this on the channel because I think this is something that should change, you know, and hopefully it does. It should be a very simple change, right? And like I said, my friends were actually talking about it years ago when I actually made the channel, and I think it's actually one of the first things they told me, which is pretty funny now that I think back to it. But kind of interesting to see, again, like deja vu, things come full circle. And yeah, I thought I'd make a video about it on the channel because it's been an issue for years. People have been feeling this way, and now that I have a platform, I guess I'll speak out about it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you later. I'm tired as fuck. Goodbye. Take care.